Hey guys, welcome back to Manitowoc Garage. This episode we're going to cover doing can traces on CAN bus machines for Manitowoc cranes.
Alright folks, so today we're going to cover how to do a can trace on a Grove or Manitowoc base can open machine. The tool we'll use to do this is called PCAN View. This is not a special tool that's provided by Manitowoc. This is actually a tool that's installed on your laptop when you run the PCAN drivers for the PCAN adapter that talks to multiple service tools used throughout the Manitowoc family. I have a shortcut made here on my desktop. To find this, you would go to the Start menu, select the All Programs tab. The window is then listed alphabetically. Scroll down until you find the PCAN folders. Typically this is under the PCAN hardware folder, and there is PCAN View. You can simply drag that out on the desktop or place it in a specifically located folder for ease of access. So starting with how to get set up, as I stated, we'll use the tool called PCAN View. A couple questions you're going to need to clarify if you're requested to do a can trace for us. First and foremost, of course, is what bus would we like to capture the trace from? This is very essential, especially with the type of can architecture we now have on the machines. And of course, this is going to be in coordinates with the position of the switch box. So question one is, what bus should the capture be taken from? We're going to open the program, and the first window that's going to launch here, of course, we can see that the USB adapter is communicating. The next piece of important information is going to be, what is the speed of this specific CAN bus? So in this case, we're looking at a control system bus. It's going to be 250 kbit. Typically the RCL type buses, CAN D or CAN F in the CCS crane worlds, at least on all Shady Grove machines and GMKs, are going to be 125. This is very easy to see off the CAN map, but it's essential to set the program up in order to see the receive and transmit information. So none of the default information down here at the bottom under the message filter field needs to be manipulated. Typically everything's fine there as the default setting. So step one, make sure we know what bus we want to capture from. Step two, make sure we configure the baud rate to that correct bus, and then we simply hit OK. We immediately see the bus messages begin to transfer through. We're going to go to the top, and we're going to select the Trace tab. It's very simple to use. We're simply going to hit Start. And the final question for Crane Care or the engineering department would be, how long of a trace do you actually need of this specific bus? Other things such as enabling functions on the bus, loading up inputs and outputs, making the bus work a little heavier, all of these types of questions could also be relevant as well. For training purposes, we should be good here. So this is the actual pause button and then the stop button. So I'm going to hit stop, and then we'll go back to the Trace tab. We'll come down here and select Save. It's going to come up. It's going to want a file name, so we're going to put in here CAN Trace 2, just to be a little different, and navigate here somewhere on your desktop or in a specific folder that you know you're going to be able to find this somewhat easily, so that you can email it in. So we want desktop, and we're going to put it in 8100 EEPROMs, and we'll now select the Save tab. You see the scroll box come across the window showing that it actually saved. There's no special instructions to close the program. You simply exit out, and we'll now navigate to where we stored it, and we can see can trace 2. Now if you try to open this, it typically defaults to Note or Notepad. It's going to be unlegible to most people, as it's going to come up in bits. This is, of course, information that our engineering department and certain individuals at Crane Care can decipher.
Thanks for watching this episode of Manitowoc Garage. And as always, stay tuned to new episodes being published on the website.